This is Unpopular Opinion, and this is why I think that the 4 Universal Firearm Safety rules suck. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Quinton the Gun Guy. This is Unpopular Opinion, where I tackle various nuances in the firearm community, things that I offer my subjective opinion, because it is my opinion, hence why it's going to be unpopular, about various things that I don't agree with or that I've got a strong opinion about in the firearms community. Hope you enjoyed this video, and this is something that I think is going to be very controversial, but please stay with me and let's have a discussion. Today I'm doing the 4 Universal Firearm Safety rules. So before I tackle them and then get a few people across, let's go over them first. So you should know them if you have a firearm or if you've handled any firearms in the past, let's say doing courses or just having a bit of a fun shoot with your friends or with family that have firearms. So let's go through them now. So number 1 is treat all firearms as if they are loaded. Number 2 is don't point at anything that you don't want to destroy. Number 3 is keep your finger off the trigger until you are ready to shoot. Number 4 is be sure of your target and what's behind it. Now, I'm sure these firearm safety rules have saved quite a few lives, and I do agree with them. I do obey them as well in my everyday life, and then handling my firearms as well. But I don't agree with them completely, and this is why. So I've only got a problem with the first 3 of the rules. The 4th one I do agree with being sure of your target and what's behind it. I just want to add on something to that as well, is knowing the condition of your firearm. What I think the first 3 rules of the Universal Safety rules cultivate is a sense of fear. People that are scared of their firearms, handling their firearms. So I think you shouldn't be scared of your firearm, you should respect it the same way that you do your car or your bucky or whatever you drive. So the same sense of respecting that as a moving mass, I think you should respect your firearm as well. Only difference is that you use your car every day. How much do you actually handle your firearm? A lot of people only handle it once a year if they go to the range. Some people I know have shot their firearm 5 years ago only. So do you think they respect their firearm or respect their skill level? I don't think they do. So what I think that you need to do is you need to play with your firearm to get to know it, the same way that you play with your cell phone. There's a big difference between a child playing with a cell phone and a grown-up playing with a cell phone, especially the older generations. What they're afraid of is that they are going to do something wrong, the older generations, and they're going to break it. Where a child isn't as scared of it. They want to play with it, they want to get to know it. I think that you should have the same kind of mindset with your firearm as well. What you want to do is, firearm is safe. I know the condition of this firearm now. So, number 1 is treat all firearms as if they are loaded. And number 2 is don't point at anything that you don't want to destroy. What this does is it kills your chance of doing dry firing. So what I want to do is I'm pointing at the light switch. So I'm pointing at the light switch. If I obey the first 2 of those rules, I'm never going to do any dry firing. And what happens to the 3rd one is I need to put my finger inside the trigger guard and pull the trigger. So you only get to know your firearm if you play with it. Now, all of the newer instructors, the firearms instructors, tell you to dry fire your weapon. So practice using it, practice handling it. What that stops is that people are too scared of actually handling their firearm. You get that old thing of people pulling the slide, but then they don't want to let go of the slide, they want to ride it forward, which cause all kinds of malfunctions. It's not really going to close your slide like that. Is not going to go into battery. So what you want to do is you want to practice at home doing that. It's not going to break your firearm. So if you handle it once a year, you're going to think, well, if I just let it go, then something's going to break. It's not going to break. Same thing with a mag is empty. You get people that are too scared to put their mag inside their firearm. So this is quite easy because my mag is empty. When this is full, it goes in a lot harder. So what you need to do is you need to forcefully put it inside your firearm. people that don't play with their firearms won't do that. They are going to be scared of doing something wrong, doing some kind of handling error, and then what's going to happen is you get all kinds of problems that the instructors need to try and fix on the range. Not a nice scenario. So the deciding factor, I think, is the condition of your firearm. Now, I do agree with not pointing at any living thing. Don't point at any living thing, whether it's a person, whether it's a dog or a cat, any living thing that you don't intend of destroying, don't do that. But any other thing that you won't destroy, like a wall, like a light switch, because I've checked the condition of my firearm, I've made sure that it's clear, that's going to dictate how I handle this firearm. So I know it's clear now, I've checked it, okay, clear, and then I pointed at a safe direction. Safe direction meaning that if this goes off accidentally, it's only going to destroy a thing and not a person or a living thing. So, condition dictates how you handle a firearm. I've got quite a few firearms. I'm not going to give you the exact amount, but it's over 10 firearms. So if you live in South Africa, you know what a pain it is to get a firearm here. So I'm a avid and active sport shooter. I use most and all of my firearms for sport shooting and or hunting. So I know the condition right now of all my firearms, meaning that if you go and you pull the trigger on each and every one of my firearms, I know what's going to happen. So I want everyone to be like that. Know the condition of your firearm. I know there's quite a few people that lost their minds because of the way that I holster my firearm. I'm not doing it correctly. If I know that this is a loaded firearm, then I'm going to push my hips forward, maintaining concentration, waiting for that click. But I know that it is safe. So if I do that whole, okay, I'm building up my muscle memory, then I'll never do dry firing either, because I'm going to be too scared of this firearm going off. If I know that it is clear, then I know that I can holster it safely without having that much concentration. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. So remember, keep on obeying that 4 firearm safety rules, but remember that it isn't the alpha and omega of everything that you need to do in the firearm community. If you don't play with your firearm, you're never going to get comfortable with it if you only go to the range. You don't want to be that person that only takes out their firearm when they go to the range or when they clean it. You need to play with it, you need to work it, you need to get to know it. It's the same as anything else in your life. This is your best friend. This should be with you more than anything else that you own, or even your spouse. This is with you a lot longer and a lot more than your spouse is. You need to get to know it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope I didn't step on too many toes, but I hope it opened up your mind to handling your firearms safely in your environment and doing some dry fire practice working with your firearm. Please like, share and subscribe. Cheers guys.